Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Albert Crypto or Bird Crypto, which will feature my takes on Crypto.com and the Kronos chain, as well as the CRO token. You might know me from X, where I post under the handle Albert Void. I've been posting about Crypto.com since 2020 or 2021 and the Kronos chain, but I've recently decided to expand my channel and content making to YouTube. This is not completely new to me. I've previously made videos primarily about gaming on Kronos on a different channel, but I've been advised to start a completely new channel to help with the algorithm, which is what I'm doing. You might see in my video library a video with an AI voiceover where I've sort of experimented with what type of content I would like to make. But starting today, I will make content with my own voice over it to make it a little bit more authentic. And I will talk about sort of the market trends, developments on the Kronos chain, Crypto.com, and potentially stock market and other topics as well. But without further ado, let us talk about the biggest news of today, which is the fact that Crypto.com has received a full stack of licenses from the CFTC in the United States. But before that, the CRO token currently sits at 21 cents, which is almost an 18% increase from the lows of 18 cents to which it crashed over the last month. The token looks ready to show strength again, which is exciting. Now, to the Crypto.com news. At the end of September, Crypto.com announced that it has received a full stack of licenses, derivative licenses from the CFTC, including the FCM license, DCO license, and DCM license in America, which means that Crypto.com will be now able to offer a much more complete experience to derivatives traders than before. Previously, Crypto.com offered only limited products in the US market, specifically the strike options or up-down options, which obviously limited the attractiveness of the platform to experienced traders. And this was because of the prior quite strict stance of the CFTC and prior administrations against crypto trading platforms and unregistered trading platforms specifically. As the Yahoo article that I pointed out on X tells us, the prior government administrations have been quite strict in enforcing rules in the United States against unregistered margin platforms, which has effectively led to or contributed to the fact that a CME group has been able to have a monopoly on margin trading of crypto assets in the United States, despite the fact that they were focusing primarily on institutions, which means traders that are larger in size. But to quote the article, with the introduction of perp trading in the United States in July, Coinbase has become the first US crypto exchange to break the CME's monopoly on regulated margin trading. And now, with the award of the full stack of licenses to Crypto.com by the CFTC, Crypto.com can now challenge both the CME group and Coinbase and shake up the US margin trading market. In addition, I want to focus on one aspect of these news, which is that Crypto.com also has the DCM license, which means the designated contract market for the purpose of launching new crypto ETFs. Under the new SEC generic rules, which have been published last week, there will be no need for an approval of an ETP or ETF by the SEC if the product fulfills one of three criteria. I will not go over all three criteria, but for us, the critical one is that it needs to have futures trading for at least 6 months on a designated market, and this now includes Crypto.com. Crypto.com has thus become a gateway for crypto ETF launches based on the new generic rules by the SEC, and I would imagine that all tokens will want to get listed on Crypto.com derivatives platform to in the future be able to launch an ETF product in the United States. Now, this is very bullish for Crypto.com as a business, but I often get asked, Albert, what about CRO token? And my response to this, sort of a generic response to this, is that CRO token as a platform or utility token gains attractiveness if the platform, its services, also gains attractiveness and traction and mind share, and it is successful. So my position is that so long as Crypto.com keeps advancing its business and it is successful long term, CRO token will also see appreciation in value, provided Crypto.com does well. Now, obviously, I should have probably noted that this is not a financial advice, but I like CRO token and I like holding it. These have been your Crypto.com and CRO news for today. Thank you for your attention, and please, if you like the news, consider subscribing to the channel.